Hello, Jen here, wishing you a Merry Christmas in January. Yes, we are doing this series again for the month of January. I'm so happy that Moira decided to continue on for another year because I love this series. I love my dose of Christmas, and I think it's so fun. It's something I always look forward to, just getting to pull out my Christmas supplies for one day, create one layout, and, get to reminisce about an old Christmas past or think about Christmas coming up or whatever it might be. I love it. It's really fun, and it gives me a bit of a break from whatever I'm doing with my kind of day-to-day scrapping from month to month. So thank you, Moira, and everybody else who's joining in. I love it. It makes me super happy. And so for me, last year, I was mostly just taking pictures as they came. I kind of didn't have any rhyme or reason to what I was doing. But this year, I'm thinking I'm going to have to take at least a couple of months and work on December daily for 2020 because I haven't finished it. I haven't even started it, to be honest. And that's not like me. Normally by now I've finished my album and put it away. But this year I didn't even get it started. So I'm going to have to make that a bit of a priority so that I can be ready for Christmas coming up this year in 12 months. I'm going to keep saying next year, even though I know it's this year, but it's just the way my brain is working. But yes, in order to kind of not fall behind, I definitely want to make sure I get my December daily done. And so that's what you'll see throughout this series. On the 25th of every month, there's a ton of scrapbookers that just come together to celebrate a little bit of Christmas. Some do layouts from the most recent Christmas. Some do, older photos, going back and scrapbooking childhood photos or whatever it may be. And I think a few of them have been doing Christmas cards, which is a brilliant idea. And it's kind of what Moira's jumping off point was to just do a little bit of Christmas scrapping every month to kind of get herself ahead of the game so that by December of that year, she wasn't completely behind and having to rush to get Christmas cards made and all of that. So if you can make a couple of Christmas cards every month, then you are set for November and December and you don't have to worry about it. I think that that's brilliant. So whatever you want to do, hopefully you get a ton of inspiration and have fun with us and join in. So for this month, I have to admit, this is actually a layout I started in December. I was playing along with Miranda and Lisa's Christmas series that they always do, and they give you 12 days of prompts, and it was so much fun. I absolutely loved it, and I am going to finish it because I really do love their prompts, and I had pulled out all the pictures I wanted, so I'm going to finish it. But I was getting behind, and so I had started a whole bunch of layouts, but I wasn't finishing them and posting the videos, and so I wanted to at least post one of them, and I really liked how this layout turned out, so I decided to go ahead and do this one for today, for Christmas in January. So this was the prompt that was "Oh Christmas Tree," or "Trim the Tree" is what the actual wording of the prompt might have been. And I just loved how this Christmas season people were doing these fun kind of paper pieced trees. And it's a great way to use up scraps. It's a great way to kind of play around with colors and the shape of your tree and stuff like that. So I really wanted to give it a go and see what I could come up with. So I started it, but I, at this point, didn't have any photos. So you'll see me kind of working with just creating the tree in the background, and occasionally I'm bringing in a picture, but it's not actually the one that I want to put on the layout. I was just using it sort of as a reference for putting some of my embellishments. So what I have is the Comfort and Joy collection from Close to My Heart, and a few extra little bits added in. So some of those papers were scraps. Some of them are from a 6x6 paper pad from Stampin' Up! From, I think, 2016 or 2016. Some of them are from this paper pad where I'm cutting this little strip here. It's just one of those generic paper pads from Michaels. The ones that are like 180 sheets of paper, so it's really, really thin, like thinner than printer paper almost, but you get 5 or 6 of each piece. I didn't keep the whole pack. I pulled out just a few of them that I thought I might use and passed on the pack, but I'm slowly kind of working my way towards using up all of those papers, and they work nice as little layering pieces and stuff like that. So putting all those presents down at the bottom, I thought was a really cute way to kind of really drive the concept of this being a Christmas tree. I mean, all of the ornaments and stuff obviously do that too, but I thought that those presents were a cute little touch. And you saw me just ripping some strips and placing them down, and I had some of the manufacturer's strips from that Comfort and Joy collection as well, so I kept those and I added some of those in there too, and just really made kind of, fun layers. Some of the rips show the white core of the paper, some don't, some are thicker, some are thinner, so it's just, it was just kind of fun to play around and create that. And here you can see the picture that I'm just using as reference. And so now that I have my tree all together, I'm going to go ahead and put a mat down where eventually I will want to put my picture. So once I have that down, I'm able to go ahead and kind of decorate my tree all around where my picture will eventually be. So the first thing that I'm putting onto the tree is these little ornaments that I got in a wood veneer package, just a mixed package from Dollarama. This star also came from there, and if you noticed at the very top of my tree, instead of using a green piece of or strip of paper, I used a yellow strip of paper because I knew I wanted to have a star up there at the top. So that kind of is backing the star, and then the ornaments are the biggest elements that I have going on the tree, so I wanted to make sure to put them down first. And now I'm just punching out some little glittery gold stars. That's a little kind of sticker sheet that has words on it that came from Stampin' Up! And there's tons and tons of leftover gold glitter paper all around the words. They didn't really do a good job of filling it all up with words, so I've been cutting strips off of it, and I've been punching hearts and stars out of it to kind of stretch it a little bit and get the most out of it. So I dotted a few of those little stars around, and then here I'm just going through some stickers and adding a few other little ornaments that I knew I had to kind of bring some extra texture into the tree. I very much have a homemade tree. Everything that goes on our tree is something that we've collected. So there's lots of Disney ornaments and homemade ornaments and just, fun things that the kids have done. There's lots of ornaments from my childhood. And so that's kind of the tree that I was going for, was something that's similar to the tree that we have in our house. So after I got the wood veneer down and a couple stickers and those stars, now I'm putting down some enamel dots, and again that just brings in a different texture, and those are in those more classic Christmas colors, so I really liked that pop of red from those enamel dots. And then the other one is kind of a cream color, and I don't think I put any green ones down. I think I just stuck with the red and the cream. And then just to fill in some more space and add a little bit of glitter and a little bit of shine, and again another texture, I'm going to add a bunch of sequins. So this is a little baggie I have with just different types of gold and yellow sequins. So I'll dot those all around, and then I also did some red and some green sequins. So now you can kind of see that finished product. I also put the stockings hanging from the top. I know they're not to scale, but I just thought they were really cute and kind of filled up some of the space up at the top and created a little bit of movement to the layout. You could definitely leave them off, and I think that it would look just as nice, but I thought that they were kind of a cute little touch. And the string with the bows and everything was just really cute. It kind of completes the picture that I was going for. And then I also added some wood veneer presents down below too, to kind of have a bit of a depth to the bottom of the tree and create a little bit of interest down there. And I added my picture, which I'm actually going to end up probably changing because I printed these at Staples and the quality is pretty bad, so I don't really like it, but I wanted to have the picture that I'm actually using in the finished product to show you guys. So I might update you when I have the new one, but other than that, I added my title, Oh Christmas Tree, and that is it. That's my layout for this Christmas in January. Please check out the links down below to show some Christmas love to everybody else that's playing along, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Until next time, Merry Christmas. Happy scrapping. Bye.